Hello everybody, I am Summit social media nerd Chip Walton.
And I'm Christian Dixon, brewer here at Summit and creator of Unchained number 16, Herkulean Woods. We're here to give you some notes on the post-packaged flavor and impact of the senses with Herkulean Woods.
Editor's note, we're hiding from our bosses. We cut away from the brewery. We're down in some woods here, kind of between the Bluff and Shepherd Road, so there's a little bit of traffic noise.
I believe these are the Herkulean Woods that we're in right now.
The Herkulean Woods. The path of most resistance.
You may hear the occasional truck go by, but we'll try to keep it loud and
louder than the
boisterous.
trucks. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
To remind people, this is an 8.3% lager. We're calling it like an Imperial California Common, brewed with spruce tips out of Iowa, maple syrup out of Minnesota, and Hercules hops, experimental hop, and Northern Brewer?
Northern Brewer.
Boom.
For the bittering hop. And so there's very clean bitterness in this beer. It comes across almost like a noble hop. Despite its 77 IBUs, it's definitely smooth and very clean bitterness. It turned out to be a very bold flavored beer, very aggressive flavors, but the colder it is, the more that seems to be kept under wraps. And as you warm it, that aroma starts to come out, the bitterness starts to be more pronounced, the sweetness as well. I believe there's some caramelized sugar from the maple syrup that's residual. Otherwise, the rest of it probably fermented away very cleanly. Yeah. The spruce tips were not in giant quantity, but I definitely think there's a character there that hops don't necessarily provide, and that's got to be from the spruce. When we put the spruce in there, they were the green, freshly harvested tips of the spring growth of the tree. And once we pulled them out of the kettle, they were pale, they were yellow, they were no longer, what they were when they went in. So
really?
They really did give up some of their goodness to the beer. So it's pretty interesting.
And they're not super piney. As the early growth, they're more citrusy. We kind of relate it to like a very low impact hop almost.
More or less, yeah. A bit of bitterness and a bit of flavor from it.
At first, it's a crisp, clean lager with a lot of oomph. But by the end of it, it's almost dessert-like,
it's
creme brulee and
absolutely.
pine, and
it's amazing. And so that is part of what I like the most about the beer is how multifaceted it is, and how it almost tastes different to me every time I drink it.
On social media, people have definitely been liking it upon release, fresh. But this is a beer that could certainly hold for a while, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking a year is going to be like the prime age for this beer. That way the alcohol will mellow, to the max. Some of the hop bitterness will fade a little bit. When you have all these big flavors together, they seem to do better with some time. So if you can stick a 6-pack in the back of your fridge, I think about this time next year, you'll be very pleased with what you pull back out of there. We got some interesting stuff coming up. Look around town for some casks of Herkulean Woods with various dry hop additions. We did a few with some more maple syrup and spruce tips that were harvested right up here from the brewery area. And so beyond that...
and Maker's Mark soaked oak chips.
That's right. We did some oaked casks, and as well as we've now got about 120 plus gallons in some French cognac barrels. And so those have been there for about a month. The beer's been soaking on the oak for about a month. And so this upcoming weekend or in the coming week, we plan to rack it out of those casks. And we're going to carbonate it, keg it, and it'll be available in some bars locally here in the Twin Cities. So if you'd like to try a barrel-aged version of this beer, I tried some yesterday, and it's great. It's really good.
Herkulean Woods.
I can't even begin to say that.
Herkulean. So sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks
Cheers.
for getting lost in the woods with me.
Yeah.
On a weekday.
I encourage you to take this beer into the woods and drink it at your leisure.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah.